Let me say it now. The reason I don't like gehgeh part one. This is a five-part series. Please, just keep your emotions aside and listen to the logic I'm about to speak so that you can understand. I know you're a fan of gehgeh. You might want to type fast, but try to listen before you type. I like gehgeh. I used to like gehgeh. I understand his teaching. I believe his teaching. Gehgeh has a lot of wisdom. But I sat down to realize that gehgeh is actually just fanning the flames of insecurity in a lot of men, putting that kind of mistrust. Now, a lot of guys who listen to gehgeh, what's on their mind is opwe, sleeping the woman. They're just out of, in all things, right? None of these men are actually interested in a relationship again. They're just looking for where to get sex. Most of them have not even healed from the hurt of their exes, right? They've not taken time to heal. They're just looking for a way to get revenge and mess with women. And that's because they're listening to someone that is fanning that insecurity in them. Have you ever heard this guy promote any good thing about marriage or relationship? 80%, no, I'm being generous. 90% of his message, it's always a negative thing about marriage or relationship. He's always there to react to a viral clip about a bad something that happened in a relationship or like a marriage. This guy has never promoted, I've never seen him react to a good relationship, a good marriage. Have you ever seen any video like that before? That is why I don't like gehgeh. Because now, let me tell you something. Please, just keep your emotions aside and listen to the logic I'm about to speak so that you can understand. I know you're a fan of gehgeh. You might want to type fast, but try to listen before you type. Now, marriage is having the worst PR of all times in this generation. The PR in marriage is bad. Marriage is having bad PR, like very, very bad. And someone was asking me the other day, how come that anytime I research about marriage, I'm seeing something bad or negative? I'm getting scared. I don't want to marry again. That's what the guy was telling me. And girls as well. I was telling them that the reason why you're always hearing bad things about marriage and you barely hear the good things about marriage, especially a lot of good marriages out there, is because of, in the same way you barely hear about a plane landing. But when a plane crashes, you're going to hear about it instantly. It hits the media, it hits the news. But have you ever seen the news anchor say, "Oh, today on Saturday, Peace Airline landed. If the pilot was able to land an aircraft carrying 500 and something passengers." You can never hear that kind of news. Planes land every freaking day. They don't make the news. But a disaster that happens once in a while, that's a plane crash, it will make the news for months. That's the same analogy. Marriage is having the worst PR because a lot of the times when something negative happens, it will hit the media. Because see, you don't understand the long-term effect of what's going on. See, marriage is the foundation of everything that's happening in our world today. Marriage is the first agent of what? Socialization. Everybody came from a family that started from a union of a man and a woman. The reason why you are having the large amount of whores, women selling their body in prostitution, because probably in the marriage they came out from a broken home. Father divorced mother, mother went to the kids, became a single mother. The children were exposed to the world at a very young age. That disciplinary figure who is meant to be there to discipline them, that's the father, was removed from their life. Or maybe the man walked out, whatever the case was. But broken home is the reason why we're having a large number of men into crime and women into prostitution. There is statistics on this. A marriage, a family where the parents are in love and are still together, the kids end up doing well. 50% better than family where the kids came out from a broken home. Statistics on this. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is this, right? Marriage is falling apart in this generation. A lot of people are product of bad marriages. A lot of all these kids that's growing up, a lot of women that are standing on the road, most of them are product of bad marriages. And guess what? We have influencers now that is promoting this kind of distrust in men. You trust your woman go stitch it on you. This thing, your woman, like you be listening to the message, you be like, is there any good thing this guy have ever said about relationship, about marriage? Is there any good thing this guy has said? Because I've listened to this guy's message, gehgeh's message. I barely hear any good message. He's just there waiting. If one bad thing happen, because things happen, yes, things happen in marriage. Wait, you are trying to tell me as an adult You're trying to tell me that you live with this person all the rest of your life for 30 something years in marriage, and something bad will not happen at some point. Quarrel will not happen at some point. Lack of trust will not happen at some point. Somebody will not cheat here and there. Are you telling me that that's... See, you people don't even understand what marriage is. Go and ask your parents. All these things will happen in a marriage. Oh. I was telling someone the other day that I think forgiveness is the greatest test of love in a marriage. Forgiveness, because I don't think you understand what marriage is. Marriage is bringing two people from two different societies, two different upbringing, two different personalities. You're merging these two people at once because they love themselves and they are going to spend years with themselves. And they're human beings, they're not perfect. You're trying to tell me that at some point the man will not make mistake, the man will not cheat. The man will not find someone inside that marriage. You're trying to tell me they will not find someone else that is more attractive than themselves, than their spouse. That's, I'm going to be the speck of my wife from the day I live to the day I die. She's not going to see another man that is better, more good looking, that has more resources. I'm not going to see any woman that is more thick. After my wife gives birth to like two or three kids for me, and she probably goes out of shape. Am I going to lie to social media that if I go out there and I see a woman that I've never had any kid and she still has her curves, I'll not find her attractive? Is that what you want me to tell social media? These things will happen in a marriage. It will happen, and a lot of times the couples will fall into temptation of lust. They will fall. But I think the greatest test of marriage is forgiveness, in the sense of, do that person regret their actions? Are they accountable for their actions? Do they respect you as a spouse to confess? I tell, see, I don't necessarily, gehgeh's messages, don't forgive. If she cheats, fling her away. But then, does he say the same thing about the men? Because I don't like the concept of, okay, men are allowed to cheat, women are not allowed to cheat. I understand men are not equal. You see, I was a misogynist. I'm still a misogynist too. Trust me, I bash women 247. You understand what I'm telling you? But I understand that when you stand before God on Judgment Day, God is not going to ask you, are you a man and you are more superior than a woman? Okay, allowed to, bro. The laws that hold a woman, God is going to judge you on the Bible. Adultery is a sin to both a man and a woman. Fornication is a sin. As a married couple, you are not supposed to be cheating on your spouse. Don't give yourself that conviction as a man that you're allowed to play around because of your social media influencer is fanning that ego. You're still going to be held accountable by the law, by the gospel, by I don't know whatever thing you believe in. But I'm talking as a Christian. So when I see people like this, I understand that, I know that the devil is trying to destroy marriage, because if you want to destroy the kids who are supposed to be the futures of tomorrow, you first of all destroy the marriage, destroy the home. So imagine a lot of men are not even ready to marry, but they're already having this insecurity that, oh, I know if you marry, my wife will play. Because of one influencer is somewhere sitting down in the comfort zone, always promoting, pushing out the bad side of marriage and the bad side of relationship. Gehgeh has never promoted a good marriage before. Gehgeh has never promoted a good relationship. I dare you to find one video of this guy say, Omo, I love this couple, they are doing well, I applaud them. This is what every man should attest for or strive for. This is what every woman should. You can never find one. Rather, he's waiting to mock, he's ready to mock, he's ready to react to bad videos, he's ready to see. I hope people are getting the sense of what I'm talking about. You just try and calm down, remove your emotions, and listen to what I'm saying. The side effects is bad, because if everybody say they're not going to marry, or if everybody have in mind no more waiting, I go just pay nothing else. I don't want to even put my heart for any of this woman, just sex and need. Who is going to be caught in the crossfires? Okay, you're telling me now that you're okay with sleeping with a lot of women, that you just want sex from them. What do you think happens when they get pregnant? Most of them will not want to remove the pregnancy, because I don't even get how you're sleeping with a lot of girls, women that you're not attracted to, without even thinking about the risk effect of pregnancy. Then what if they not get pregnant? They don't want to remove the pregnancy. They keep the pregnancy. Now, guess what? You now have a child growing out of wedlock. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So marriage is having a bad PR, and I don't like what gehgeh is doing. Gehgeh is just actively only pushing out the bad PR side of marriage. Gehgeh is not pushing out the good. There are a lot of good marriages, bro. There are a lot of good marriages. It's just that it's very hard to find. You understand? Because the bad ones are the loudest in the room. They're the ones on social media. They're the ones going on podcasts to talk about it and bash men and bash women and say women has come and men has come. These are the loudest in the room. That's why you cannot even hear the faint talk of good marriages. This is part one series. I'll give you part two series of why I don't like gege.